The rotors, calipers, brakes, and a large percentage of the brake lines have been replaced. And yes, for those that have asked, the bearings are replaced and repacked. Those are finished, and it's time to take care of the master cylinder. This has a little bit of sludge from sitting, so we're going to clean that out and we're going to bleed it. And the best way to bleed this master cylinder is on the bench. So we're going to take off the two lines, take off the two bolts, gently take the master cylinder away from the car and bleed it, clean it. And we're also going to use some Eastwood rust inhibitor and resin on it. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. This is the continuation of the Barn Find 1974 Corvette Stingray restoration. It's coming along nicely. We're getting to the point where we can actually get it in and out of the garage without spewing either oil or brake fluid all over the place. We have new sneakers on the wheels, so we have new tires. We have the wheels are refurbished. We have the brakes, the calipers, the rotors, a lot of the brake lines, and we can tackle this master cylinder here and wrap everything up when it comes to that portion of the restoration. We're just going to gingerly jiggle and slide the master cylinder away. You can see there is a couple seals in there we have to be mindful of. And that is the Eastwood heavy duty rust resin, and we're going to cover the whole master cylinder, and we're actually going to use that a little bit later in the video when we treat and take care of the frame and any metal parts that are in the inner fender well. So in order to get the bleeding done, we have a bench bleeder kit, and we will insert the caps and then follow that up by attaching the hoses that will circle right back up into the top of the cylinder. We're going to fill it with fluid, and we're going to take care and bleed it. It's the best way to bleed these and take care of the master cylinder if you're going to be putting it back on. And then once you get it back on, I'll for those that have a C3, if you're still feeling a little bit of a spongy break, there's a little tip I can give you. Piece of cake here, just fill it up with fluid and pump the cylinder until every bubble is gone. That looks good. Let's get it back on the vehicle. We have it attached. Everything's hooked up again, and you see that little bubble there. Jack up the back of the car so the wheels are slightly above the front wheels, and you will be able to pump the brakes very slowly, and it will get rid of that little bubble that's stuck in there. That will give you a nice tight pedal. Then we do the gravity bleed where we let the back of the car down and the front of the car is higher, and it just bleeds by itself. So we have everything taken care of. It has a great pedal again. We can get it in and out of the shop carefully. So now we can detail the inner fender wells before we put those new tires mounted on the restored wheels back on there. And for the Eastwood rust inhibitor, all you need to do is just rough up that frame or any metal part that you're going to spray. You could spray it, you can brush it on. When you spray it, you just need to add a reducer, which will be mineral spirits to the gravity fed. It'll be cut 5-to-1, and it actually sprays rather nicely. With all the metal scuffed up a bit, we can start to detail or clean in here and get it ready for some protection. So we're going to use a strong cleaner here with a rust inhibitor. I'm going to follow that up with P&S Brake Buster in a foamer that is a little bit of a weaker cleaner with a rust inhibitor in there as well. That's what's in this foamer. And we'll do a little bit of an agitation, we'll rinse, and then we'll thoroughly dry. Okay, that's done. That's out of the way. Time to spray our Eastwood heavy duty anti-rust in there. Make sure we get a nice thick coat, nice even thick coat. This here will cure to a nice satin look, a very low gloss. It's a little bit waxy. It is paintable when it's dry. You can also coat it. You can do whatever you want to it. I'm actually going to give it a little bit. I'm going to hit it with some paint and coat it with IGL Eclipse. I'm going to show you that a little bit later. We're going to use that to coat and protect the calipers as well. Okay, when that's finished and fully cured, we can get the IGL Eclipse out. This is an industrial coating. This can be sprayed as well. We're going to use this on the calipers and any metal part in the inner fender well. Time to slide the refurbished vectors and the new tires that are mounted on that, and get the new lug nuts on as well. Button that up, and the car will finally be off the jack and the jack stands. I'm really looking forward to getting my lift back. I have been waiting for that to be refurbished and get all the new hydraulics done on that for quite some time, and I hope it gets here soon because I miss it. We will be getting back to the engine department. That's mostly going to be cosmetics and a lot of gaskets, hoses, and wires. We are also getting that cheap chrome crap off of there, and you'll probably enjoy what I put on. It's going to kind of match the look of the wheels. A nice vintage look in the inside when it comes to the valve covers and air cleaners. So we're all finished. Down off the jack. Let me know what you think of the wheels now that they are refurbished and they're back on the car. They have really been growing on me, and I really enjoy them. I can't wait till everything's all cleaned up. We will be getting to the paint soon as well, and stripping that interior down, re-dyeing it, redoing the wiring in there, redoing the carpeting. We got a lot to do. That will do it for today's video. I really do thank you for stopping by. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you are enjoying the content, please be sure to like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell. That will let you know when we have fresh content available from the channel.